Hare Krishna. I welcome all to our Bhagavad Gita class. We are on chapter 7. We'll start chapter 17 today, and it's called the division of faith. We finished chapter 16 in the last class, and it was in the last class we summarized about the three gates of hell. That's what we studied actually. And Krishna said that there are three gates leading to hell, which is lust, anger, and greed. And if we don't leave this nature, this demonic nature, then our destination is fixed to be hell, right? Because it leads to the degradation of soul. And then he said that the man who has escaped these three gates of hell, O son of Kunti, performs act conducive to self-realization and gradually achieves him the supreme destination. And then Krishna talked about the values of scriptures. In the last two shlokas of chapter 16, Krishna talked about the values of scripture. And he said that those who give up scriptures, yah shastra vidhim utsijya vartate kamakaratah na sa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na paramgatim. It means those who give up the scriptures and who don't follow scriptures, then what will happen? Neither na sa siddhim avapnoti, neither they will get perfection, neither happiness, nor paramgatim, neither they will achieve the supreme destination. Earlier he has already talked about that those who follow Shastra, he has defined them as having the divine nature, and those who do not follow Shastras, they are having demoniac nature. And in the last shloka of 16th chapter, Krishna says, Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Te Karya Akarya Vyavastitau Gyatva Shastra Vidhanoktam Karma Kartum Iharhasi. One should understand by understanding Shastra what is duty and what is not duty. And one should follow the regulation of scriptures. And knowing such rules and regulation, one should act so that that person gets, actually the soul gets gradually elevated. So this is what we had read in the last class. And in this chapter, the division of faith, the chapter starts with Arjun inquiring about what is faith. It starts about that, and then Krishna explains about the three modes of material nature and how it determines the faith. That's how Krishna will take this chapter forward. And then he explains that the three modes of material nature, the faith and the three modes, it also impacts the food, the sacrifice, the austerity, the charity, and finally he concluded about how we should perform all these things, right? And then we will actually do the glories of chapter 17. Now, chapter 17 is the last but one chapter. We have 18 chapters in Bhagavad Gita. This is the last one, but one chapter. Now, let's start the first shloka of chapter 17. Arjunuvacha ye shastra vidhim utsijya yajante shraddhayanvitaha tesham nishtha tu ka Krishna swatvam aho rajastamaha. Arjunuvacha ye shastra vidhim utsijya yajante shraddhayanvitaha tesham nishtha tu ka Krishna swatvam aho rajastamaha. Arjunuvacha ye shastra vidhim utsrijya
श्रद्धयान्वितः
Yajante Shraddhayanvitaha
तेषां निष्ठा तु का कृष्ण
Tesham Nishtha Ka Krishna
सत्त्वम् आहो रजस्तमः
Svatvam Aho Rajatamaha. So Arjuna Vacha, Arjun says, Ye Shasvidhim Utsrijya. Utsrijya means one who gives up, who don't follow the Shastra. So Ye Shastra Vidhi, those who do not follow the regulations of scriptures, Yajante. Yajante means worship. Yajante means worship. Shraddhayanvita. But still they worship with faith. Shraddha means faith. With faith, still they worship with faith. Tesham, for all of them, Nishtha is determination, to Ka Krishna. I mean, how do you see their Nishtha, their determination or their faith? Sattva, is it in Sattva, Aho, Rajastama? How do you define their faith? So those people who are not following scriptures but still have faith, then how do you define them? How do you talk about them? Are they they are in the mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance, right? So if you see normally what happens, before Krishna has talked about those who follow scriptures are divine, and those who do not follow scriptures are demonic. But if you normally see among all of us, we may not know Shastra, we may not know the Shastra, but everyone follows some faith based on their family traditions that has been coming up, from my mother-in-law said that and her mother-in-law said that, so we are supposed to do. So people do fasting, they do some sort of worshipping. So we see that there are a group of people who have faith. They do some worship based on, may not know why they do it. So they don't know the background, whether it is actually written in Shastra or not, but they perform the rituals. So now there is another set of people. What happens? They say, I do not want to follow ritual, I don't believe in rituals, but they have some faith, and that faith they have is not on, yeah, it is a faith on a human god, right? So there are different sort of faith that exist, and now Arjun wants to know from Krishna that what is it in the mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance. So let us go. Now, in the fourth chapter of the 39th shlok, Krishna has already talked about people who has faith, and he says that Shraddha val labhate jnanam. So those who have faith, they will get knowledge. Those who have faith and faith in goodness, they will get knowledge. Tatpara sanyate indriya. If they have faith and they are having sanyata indriya, they have controlled their senses, and they have controlled their senses, then what will happen? They will finally get gyan. Jnanam labdham param shanti. And when they get knowledge, what will happen? They'll get param shanti. They'll get, they will attain basically transcendental peace. They will attain very soon. Achiran gachanti. Very soon they will get, once they get the right gyan. So this is what he has already talked about Shraddha in the fourth chapter. So let us go to the second slok of chapter 17. श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
त्रिविधा भवति श्रद्धा
त्रिविधा भवति श्रद्धा
देहिनां सा स्वभावजा
देहिनां सा स्वभावजा
सात्विकी राजसी चैव
सात्विकी राजसी चैव
तामसी चे इति तां शृणु
तामसी चिति तां शृणु
श्रीभगवान् उवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
त्रिविधा भवति श्रद्धा
त्रिविधा भवति श्रद्धा
देहिनां सा स्वभावजा
देहिनां सा स्वभावजा
सात्विकी राजसी चैव
सात्विकी राजसी चैव
तामसी चेति तां शृणु
तामसी चेति तां शृणु श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
त्रिविधा भवति श्रद्धा
त्रिविधा भवति श्रद्धा
देहिनां सा स्वभावजा
देहिनां सा स्वभावजा
सात्विकी राजसी चैव
सात्विकी राजसी चैव
Tamasi cheti tam shruno.
Tamasi cheti tam shunu. Now, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Krishna says, what does Krishna says? Trividha bhavati shraddha. He says that the shraddha, the faith is of three types. Trividha bhavati shraddha. So the shraddha, faith is of three types. And then he says dehinam. What is dehinam? Dehi nam. It is basically the embodied living being. So what is, we have, the soul is dehi and it is embodied in this body. So dehinam sa swabhavaja, based on their subhav. Subhav means based on their behavior. And how does they get the subhav? He has explained that in the 15th chapter. Based on our desires, based on our karma, based on our desires that we have, when either when we are leaving the body, or based on all the karmas that we have along with the soul, we have mind, intelligence, and the false ego that travels, the soul travels along with them and takes the form based on my desires and my karmas. What will happen? Based on my subhav, whatever my desires and karma had been there, we take a form, we take a dehina, we take a body, we take a body, and in that body we do whatever was our desire in the previous life. So Krishna says, based on the subhav that has been coming from the previous life, we take a dehi, we take a body, and that also determines what sort of faith we will have, whether it is in the goodness, satviki, rajasi, tamsi. And then he said cheti tamshru. And now hear about this from me. I'll tell you about all these things, right? So this is how Krishna explains that the faith is also coming from the previous karma and the previous journey that the soul had. And if it had been in the mode of goodness, then in this life also it will continue. If it is in the mode of passion, then either it will be on earth or it will be in the animal kingdom. If it is in the mode of ignorance,
It will definitely go to
with the animal kingdom, right? Now let's go to the third shlok. Sattvan rupa sarvasya
Sattvan rupa sarvasya.
Shraddha bhavati bharata
Shraddha bhavati bharata.
Shraddha mayoyam purusho
Shraddha mayoyam purusho.
yo yachadha sa eva saha
Yach shraddha sa eva cha.
Sattvan rupa sarvasya
Sattvan rupa sarvasya.
Shraddha bhavati bharatah
Shraddha bhavati bharatah.
Shraddham yoyam purusho
Shraddha mayoyam purusho.
yo yachadha sa eva saha.
Yo yat shraddha sa eva cha.
So here he explains and again that based on the different nature that Mataji, why don't you repeat?
Sattvanurupa sarvasya.
Sattvanurupa sarvasya
Bhavati bharata.
Shraddha bhavati bharata
Shraddha mayoyam purusho.
Shraddha mayoyam purusho
Yat shraddha sa eva cha.
yo yat shraddha sa eva sa. So Krishna explains, O Bharat, O Arjun, Shraddha bhavati. The faith happens based on the for everyone based on the previous existence. Yeah, and accordingly the living the living entity they gets the body. So let us read the English translation by Srila Prabhupada. O son of Bharat,
O son of Bharat,
according to one's existence
according to one's existence,
under the various modes of nature,
under the various modes of nature,
one evolves a particular kind of faith.
one evolves a particular kind of faith.
The living being is said to be of a particular faith
The living being is said to be of a particular faith
according to the modes he has acquired.
according to the modes he
He
has
has
acquired.
acquired, right? Now we go to the fourth shlok. Yajante satvika devan
Yajante satvika devan.
yaksh rakshansi rajasaha
Yaksha rakshamsi rajasaha.
pretan bhutaganaschanye
Pretan bhutaganamschanye.
yajante tamasa janaha
Yante tamasa jana.
yajante satvika devan
Yajante satvika devan.
Yaksha rakshansi rajasaha.
Yaksha rakshamsi rajasaha.
Pretan bhut ganashchanye.
Pretan bhuta ganamschanye.
Yajante tamasa janaha.
Jante tamasa jana.
Yajante means worship. Yajante means worship. Now Krishna says, yeah, Mataji, repeat.
Yajante satvika devan.
Yajante satvikan devan.
Yaksharaksamsi rajasaha.
Yaksharakshansi rajasaha.
Pretan bhuta ganamschanya.
Pretana bhuta ganashchanye.
Yajante tamasa jana.
Yajante tamasa jana. So Krishna says, Yajante means worship. Satvika, those who are in the mode of Sattvic, which is the mode of goodness, Devan. They worship the Devatas. And Yaksh and Raksha, Rakshas. So those Rajasa, those who are in the mode of passion, they worship the demons or the Rakshas. They worship either the Yakshas or the Rakshasas. And Pretana Bhut Ganashchanye. And Tamasa Jana, those who are all, Jana means all the people. All the people who are in the mode of Tamas. Tamas is ignorance. What do they do? Pretan Bhut Ganashchanye. What whom they worship? Bhut and Pret. The ghost and the spirits. They worship the ghost and spirits. So let us read the English translation by Srila Prabhupada. Men in the mode of goodness
Men in the mode of goodness
worship the demigods.
worship the demigods.
Those in the mode of passion
Those in the mode of passion
worship the demons.
worship the demons.
And those in the mode of ignorance
Those in the mode of ignorance
worship ghosts and spirits.
worship ghosts and
Yeah.
spirits.
So those who had been in the mode of goodness in the previous birth, they continue in the mode of goodness, and they may not have developed a particular faith, but what will happen? Because they have Shraddha, they have faith, which is the beginning of the spiritual life. Faith is the beginning of the spiritual life. So I have faith, but I may not have knowledge. So when I have faith, I will start doing something which has been prevalent in my family, or had been in my society, or had been coming from my generations, right? So based on the faith, based on that Shraddha, I will start doing, either doing whatever puja, whatever Devta Devi is being worshipped in the family, and that is how it's. And I follow the rituals without, maybe I may not know whether these rituals that I am doing is as per the Shastras or not, because I have not read the Shastras, but I follow them, believing that yes, we need to do this, we have to make this, we have to do this, all these things, and we continue. So those people who are in the mode of goodness, they will do that, right? That is how they continue with the faith, they continue working in that mode. But those people who are in mode of passion, and they say no, they may not have faith, so they are in the mode of passion, but they don't have faith. Now when they don't have faith, what will happen? They also worship, but they say, I don't worship, I don't believe in God. What do they say? I don't believe in God. But what happens? Because of the passion, because of the demonic nature that they have, they actually make a human in the form of God. So they may be worshipping some politician, or they may be worshipping some cricketer, or they may be worshipping some film star. Yeah. So we know that in some of the places we have temples of film stars, right? Or film stars, or temples of some politicians, right? So they passion, because they actually worship, and they make them as their role model. They don't know, because they don't have the knowledge. So they, now remember how Krishna has defined demon in the previous divine and demonic chapter. Demon means those who are, they like, they run after wealth. They are like, they are extremely, they are like, extremely proud, arrogance. Those are the behaviors that we see in them. Conceit. And they are like, in the mode of passion, they are working day and day and night, and really, thinking great about them, and doing all the abominable things, right? So many people, those who want, who they see them as the role model, and put them in the platform of something like God for them, and then they worship them. So that is a demonic nature, that is the demonic behavior. And people are of such people are in the mode of passion, right? And then there are people who have, those who are in the mode of ignorance. We would have seen there are people, those who goes and worship the Pir Baba. Pir Baba is some Baba who would have died, and there's a tomb made somewhere, and you go and give the good chana and offer good chana to them, saying that this, believing that this spirit has a, so that is worshipping the spirits or the ghosts. So they are tantrics. They worship they know they have the knowledge of how to call the spirits and worship ghosts. And then they also, in many villages, there are trees, they believe that they are ghosts, so they go and pray there. So those people who have that mentality are in the mode of ignorance. They are in the mode of ignorance. So let us see the translation by Srila Prabhupada. We read that, right? Men in mode. Yeah. Let's again read. Men in the mode of goodness.
Men in the mode of goodness.
Worship the demigods.
Worship the demigods.
Those in the mode of passion.
Those in the mode of passion.
Worship the demons.
Worship the demons.
And those in the mode of ignorance.
Ignorance.
Worship ghosts and
ghosts
spirits.
and
Then the question is, what is the destination? What is their destination? And Krishna has already explained that in the 9th chapter, 25th shlok. Krishna said that yanti devavrata devan pitrin yanti pitrivrataha bhutani yanti bhutejya yati madhyajano apimam. So Krishna has explained in the 9th chapter that yanti devavrata devan, those who actually worship Devi and Devtas, they actually, their destination is they go to them. And those who worship the ancestors, they go to the ancestral planet. And those who worship the ghost and spirits, they actually go to ghost and spirits. And madhyajino, and those who worship me, they come to me. So that is what he has explained in the 9th chapter, 25th shlok. Now let us read the 5th and 6th shlok of 17th chapter. Ashastra vihitam ghoram tapyante ye tapojanaha dambha ahankara sanyukta kamaraga balanvitaha ashastra vihitam ghoram tapyante ye tapojanaha dambha ahankara sanyukta kamaraga balanvitaha. हाँ माता जी. अशास्त्र विहितम घोरम तप्यन्ते ये तपोजना दम्भ अहंकार संयुक्तः कामराग बलान्वितः. Now Krishna says ashastra vihitam ghoram. Ashastra means not following the scripture. So and ghoram means which is extreme, severe, extreme. So they do extreme. Tapyante ye tapo jana. Jana means people, and tapo means who do the austerity, which is ghor, which is severe, but not as per the shastras, but they do it for dambh. Dambh means proud. Right. Ahankar, ego, sayukta. So their austerity, their tap is based on pride and ego and kama raga balanvita, and is impelled by kam, lust, to get more, rag, attachment, and strength. So this is what, so such type of austerity which is done. Then Krishna will explain that more in the 6th shlok. So let's read the English translation by Srila Prabhupada. Those who undergo severe austerities and penances not recommended in the scriptures, performing them out of pride and egoism, who are impelled by lust and attachment. Yeah, but that's what is till here. Now let's read the next shlok. Karshayanta sharirastha bhutagramam chetasah
भूतग्राममचेतसः
Mam Chaivanta Sharirastha
मां चैवान्तशरीरस्थं
Tan Vidya Asura Nischayan
तान् विद्या असुरनिश्चयान्
Karshayanta Sharirastham
कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थं
Bhutagramam
स्वग्राममचेतसः
Mam Chaivanta Sharirastham
मां चैवान्तशरीरस्थं
Tan Vidya Asura Nischayan
तान् विद्या असुरनिश्चयान् कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थं
Karshayanta Sharirastham
भूतग्राममचेतसः
Bhutagramam Acetasaha
मां चैवन्तः शरीरस्थं
Mam Chaivanta Sharirastham
विद्यासुरनिश्चयान्
Tan Vidya Asura Nischayan. Krishna says Karshrayanti. Karshrayanti is someone who is torturing. Sharirastha. Sharir means body, and stha means situated in the body, which is super soul. Super soul. So, and Bhuta Gramam Achetasa. Bhut Gramam is this body which is made up of material elements. Achetasa, which is dead. Mam. Mam means I. Chevanta Sharirastham. And I who is situated inside the Shariras. Tan Vidhyasura. Tan they Vidhi Asunishchaya. They are basically they what do you call it? They torture me Nishchaya. So those who are doing ghor means extreme tapasya, which is not as per the shastras, but they are doing because of pride, ego, and to get which is also impelled by calm, lust, attachment, and strength. What do? They actually torture themselves and the body, and also me who is situated inside there as super soul inside the body. And this is now more of a demoniac behavior. So let us read the English translation. Those who undergo severe austerities and penances not recommended in the scripture, performing them out of pride and egoism, who are impelled by lust and attachment, who are foolish, and who torture the material elements of the body, as well as the super soul dwelling within, are known to be demons. So you will see there are many, many places people do tapasya where they actually put lot of, they pierce their entire body, and then they walk on fire and they go. So what they are doing, they are actually torturing their own body and also torturing the super soul inside, just for the sake of pride, ego. Also we see that many times, for some political agenda, some great politician will sit for fasting unto death. Yeah, so that is not as per the shastra vidhi, right? Also we see people, they do self immolation in the name of what do you call it, as so all these are demoniac behaviors, right? But the thing is, what is the destination of them? Now, as Krishna has already mentioned, the destination of them based on the behavior mode, they will be born in the wombs of the demonic people. Either they will be on the earth again, in the remain like that, or they will go to the animal planets. They will fall down into the lower in the animal planets. But even those, if they get in come in contact with the spiritual master and follow the spiritual master and follow the rules and regulations as per the Vedic scriptures, they can also come out of from the demonic tendencies, from the passion. They can also move towards the mode of goodness. Yeah, so that is the greatness of a spiritual master. Yeah, let us go to seventh shlok. Aharastvapi sarvasya
आहारस्त्वपि सर्वस्य
trividho bhavati priya
Vivido bhavati priyaha.
Yagyastapsa tatha danam.
Nastapastatha danam.
Tesham bhedam imam shunu.
Isham vedam imam shruno.
Aharastvapi sarvasya.
Aharasvapi sarvasya.
Trividho bhavati priya.
Vivido bhavati priyaha.
Yagyah tapah tatha danam.
Yajnastapastatha dhanam.
Tesham bhedam imam shunu.
Isham vedam imam shruno.
Mataji.
Aharastvapi sarvasya.
Aharastvapi sarvasya.
Trivido bhavati priyaha.
Trividho bhavati priyaha.
Yajnastapastata dhanam.
Yagyah tapah tatha danam.
Tesham vedam imam shruno.
Tesham bhedam imam shunu. Krishna says that not only the yajanti, that is the worship of such people are different, but also the ahar, the food that they eat, the yagya they do, the sacrifice they perform, the tap, the austerity they perform, and even the charity they give are also of three kinds. And I will, they are also different types. They are also of three vidha. They are also of three types. And listen from me. I'll tell you about it. So let us read the translation from Srila Prabhupada. Even the food each person prefers
Even the food each person prefers
is of three kinds,
is of three kinds,
according to the three modes of material nature.
according to three modes of material nature.
The same is true of sacrifices,
Same is true of sacrifices,
austerities,
charities,
and charity.
and charity.
Now, hear of the distinction between them.
Now, here are the distinctions between them.
Next look. Ayu sattva bala arogya.
Ayu sattva bala arogya.
Sukha priti vivardhana.
Sukha priti vivardhanaha.
Rasya snigdha sthira hridya.
Rasya snigdha stira hridya.
Ahara satvika priya.
Ara satvika priya.
Ayu sattva balarogya.
Ayu sattva balarogya.
Sukha spriti vivardhanaha.
Priti vivardhanaha.
Rasya snigdha sthira hridya.
Rasya snigdha stira hridya.
Ahara satviki priya.
Ahara satvika priya. Ayu sattva balarogya.
Ayu sattva balarogya.
Sukha priti vivardhanaha.
Sukha priti vivardhanaha.
Rasya snigdha stira hridya.
Rasya snigdha sthira hridya.
Ahara satvika priyaha.
Ahara satviki priyaha. So ayu means the duration of life. Sattva is the mode of goodness. Bala is strength. Arogya means healthy, health, good health. Sukha is happiness. Priti is happiness, satisfaction. Vivardhana means that increases. So Krishna says the first line that the sattva means those food which increases the duration of life, strength, health, gives happiness and satisfaction. That is satvika priya. Those foods are
Satvik.
are
Goodness.
are priya, they are liked by the people who are in the mode of
Goodness.
goodness. And what sort of food they are? They are rasya. They are juicy. They have ras. So they have rasya. They are juicy. Snigdha. They have fatty. And sthira hridaya. They are pleasing to the heart. Such ahar, such foods are satviki priya. Such foods are basically
Satvik.
priya to the people who are in the mode of goodness. So let us read the English translation by Srila Prabhupada. Foods dear to those in the mode of goodness
Foods dear to those in the mode of goodness
increases the duration of life,
increase the duration of life,
purify one's existence,
purify one's existence,
and give strength,
and give strength,
health,
health,
happiness,
happiness,
and satisfaction.
and satisfaction.
Such foods are juicy,
Such foods are juicy,
fatty,
fatty,
wholesome,
wholesome,
and pleasing to the heart.
and pleasing.
Huh? So the food which is in, so all the fruits, the vegetables, the grains that we eat, they are basically in the mode of goodness, right? They are sattvic food. Then we go to the ninth shlok. Katvam lavanatya ushna तीक्ष्ण रुक्ष विदाहिनः आहार राजस्येष्ठा दुःख शोकामय प्रदः कट्वमल लवणात्युष्ण तीक्ष्ण रुक्ष विदाहिनः आहार राजस्येष्ठा दुःख शोक कामय प्रदः कट्वम्ल लवणात्युक्ष्ण तीक्ष्ण रुक्ष विदाहिनः आहार राजस्येष्टा दुःख शोकामय प्रदः. So Krishna says katva means bitter. Katva means bitter. Amla means sour. Lavada means salty. Lavada means salty. Ushna means hot. Tikshna means pungent. Ruksha means dry. Vidahina is burnt. Ahara is food. Rajasya, those who are in the mode of passion. They like such things, which actually, what does it do? Dukkha shoka maya prada. It actually gives dukkha, distress, shoka, misery, and disease. That is, it gives that. So Srila Prabhupada says, foods that are too bitter, too sour, salty, hot, pungent, dry, and burning are dear to those in the mode of passion. Such food causes distress, misery, and disease. So we have burning is lot of chili. When we have food with lot of chili, and then what happens? Our stomach lining gets spoiled, eroded, right? And then something which is too much decomposed, like hot, it is hot and it smells, then that is what is enjoyed by the people in the mode of passion. Yatyamam gatarasam puti purshutam chayat uchchishtham apicha medhyam bhojanam tamasa priyam yatayamam gatarasam puti paryushtam chayat uchchishtham apicha medyam bhojanam tamasa priyam yatayamam gatarasam puti paryushitam chayat uchchishtham apicha medyam bhojanam tamasa priyam yatyamam means the food which is prepared few hours before. Gatarasam means without any juice, which is tasteless. Puti is which is something which is putrid. Paryushitam is decomposed. Uchchishthamapi, which is untouchable. Chamedhyam bhojanam tamasa priya. So those are in the mode of tamas, which is ignorance. For them, they enjoy such type of food. It is something like meat, liquor, all those things comes into this category of food, which is decomposed, which is should not be touched. Kill the animal and then have the meat. The liquor, all these things comes into the mode of darkness. And when tamasic, ignorance, and when we eat such type of food, how will be our mode? Our mode will be in the mode of ignorance, and accordingly our action will also be in the mode of ignorance. Yeah, so the food directly impacts the body. It is said that whatever we eat, so we are. If we eat the food which is decomposed and putrid, then what will happen? That's how our nature will become, and that's how we will continue to be, right? Let us go to the next slok. Now, Krishna talked about the food. Now he is going to talk about the uh, yajna, the sacrifices. He says, afala akanksha bhir yajyo
Apala akanshibir yagno.
vidhidishto ya ijyate
Idishtoya yajyate.
yashtavyam eveti manah
Stavyam yeveti manaha.
samadhaya sa satvikah
Yasa satvikaha.
afala akankshibhir yajyo
Apala akanshibir yagno.
vidhidishto ya ijyate
Idishtoya yajyate.
yashtavyam eveti manah
Stavyam yeveti manaha.
samadhaya sa satviki.
Dayasa satvikaha.
So Krishna says, yeah, Mataji.
Akanshibir.
Afala akankshibhir yajyo
Vididishtoya ijyate.
vidhidishtoya ijyate
Yastavyam evati manaha.
yashtavyam eveti manah
Daya sa satvikaha.
samadhaya sa satvikah. So Krishna says, what is the yajna in the mode of sattvic? Yajna in the mode of sattvic. So he says those yajna, ijyate means performed. Ijyate means performed. And how is the yajna performed? Afala, without the expectation. Akanksha is desire. So without the desire of fal, without the desire of results, fruit. I don't want anything when I'm doing. Then I don't want any what do you call it, rewards in that. And vidhi dishto, as per the scriptures, it is whatever is defined in scriptures. As per that, if it is done, then yashtavyam eveti manaha. It means according to direction, and samadhaya satviki. That such type of yajna is called the sacrifice in the mode of goodness. So let us read the translation by Srila Prabhupada. Of sacrifices, the sacrifice performed according to the direction of scripture, as a matter of duty, by those who desire no reward, is of the nature of goodness. Now, let us go back to the third chapter, when Krishna said that, everything, the entire cosmos is what is created by me. Why he created the cosmos? Because we souls who are currently in this material world, we were not happy in the spiritual world serving Krishna. We wanted to go away from him. And that can be compared to the father and kids, parents and kids. When the kids grow up, they don't enjoy staying with the parents. They want to go away from them and build their own house and live in their own way, right? Similarly, we all souls who are currently in the material world, we wanted to be away from our father, because Krishna is the
Supreme Personality.
he's the father for all, and that's what it says, that he is the aham bija pradam pita. Aham, he is the seed giving father for all the living entities in all the lokas, not only in human, whatever living entities there in any of the loka, he is the seed giving father for all. That's what he is told in Bhagavad Gita. And then, so we wanted to be away from him and wanted to have our own enjoyment. But being a father, he's so caring. He just did not create this material world for us. And when he sent us, he also actually created a way how we can go back to him. So what he did, when he sent us, along with us, he sent the Devi Devatas. He sent the Devi Devatas. And the Devi Devatas are they hold the administrative board for each and everything that we need. So we have a goddess for wealth, we have a god for rain, we have a goddess for learning, we have a goddess for taking care of the entire material world. We have a so basically he actually sent the Devi and Devta, and he said, okay, you want to go, you go to the material. I've created this world, you can go and enjoy. This is a temporary world, you can go, and but what you have to do, he also sent Vedas along with that. He also sent Vedas along with Devi Devta, so that what we can do, we can learn from Veda and we can perform the sacrifice, and that was the way by which we can go back to Krishna back. So as a father, as a responsible father, he sent us, along with that he sent the Vedas, he also sent the Devi Devtas, so that we can, as a matter of duty, they are responsible for giving us things, so we need to do sacrifice and satisfy them. So let us read the English translation that is told. He says, in the beginning of creation, the Lord of all creatures sent forth generations of men and demigods along with sacrifices for Vishnu, and blessed them by saying, be thou happy by this sacrifice, because its performance will bestow upon you everything desirable for living happily and achieving liberation. So he gave all to us. And then what happened? Krishna says that the demigods, being pleased by sacrifices, will also please you, and thus by cooperation between men and demigods, prosperity will reign for all. So as a matter of duty, we need to do sacrifice to please the Devi and Devata. And then Krishna says, in charge of the various necessities of life, the demigods, being satisfied the performance of yajna, will supply all necessities to you. But he who enjoys such gifts without offering them to the demigods back in return is certainly a thief. So he clearly said, those who enjoy the who enjoys all the thing that has been given by God, but do not offer it back to them by in the form of sacrifice. And then what will happen? They are nothing but thieves, because they are only taking, and not returning to them. So sacrifice as a, so in the mode of goodness, we need to do sacrifice as a matter of duty with no expectation. That is mainly for pleasing, saying thank you to the Devi and Devtas, right? Now let us go to the 12th shlok. Abhisandhaya tu phalam
अभिसन्धाय तु फलम्
dambhartham api chevayat
आतमपि चैव यत्
ijyate bharata shrestha
यते भरतश्रेष्ठ
tam yagyam vidhi rajasam
यज्ञां विधि राजसम्
abhisandhaya tu phalam
अभिसन्धाय तु फलम्
dambhartham api chevayat
आतमपि चैव यत्
ijyate bharata shrestha
यते भरतश्रेष्ठ
tam yagyam vidhi rajasam.
यज्ञं विधि राजसम्
So now he explains the Yagya Vidhi Rajasam. What is the Yagya which is in the mode of passion? O Bharat Shrestha, O son of, O who is the best among the in the of the Bharats, he says Ijjate is performed. What? How is it performed? With the expectation of phalam, with the expectation of phalam, with the results, rewards, and dambanartha, just to for the for the pride. When if the sacrifice is done to show off, as a matter of pride and with the expectation of result, such sacrifice is said to be in the mode of passion. So Srila Prabhupada says, but the sacrifice performed
sacrifice performed
for some material benefit
some material benefit
or for the sake of pride,
or for the sake of pride,
O chief of Bharats,
chief of the Bharat,
you should know
to
to be in the mode of passion.
be in the mode of passion.
And 13th, Vidihinam ashishtanam
Vidihinam asistanam
mantrahinam adikshinam
prahinam adakshinam
Shraddha Virihitam Yagyam
shraddha virahitam yagnam
Tamasam Parichakshate
tamasam parichakshate
Vidihinam Ashishtanam
vidihinam asistanam
Mantrahinam Adakshinam
mantrahinam adakshinam
Shraddha Virihitam Yagyam
shraddha virahitam yagnam
Tamasam Parichakshate.
tamasam parichakshate
Madhuri.
vidihinam asistanam
Vidihinam Ashishtanam
mantrahinam adakshinam
Mantrahinam Adakshinam
shraddha virahitam yagnam
Shraddha Virihitam Yagyam
tamasam parichakshate.
Tamasam Parichakshate. So Vidihinam, if the sacrifice is performed Vidihinam, without following the Vedic rituals, Ashishtanam. Ashishtanam means without distribution of prasad. Mantrahinam, not chanting any Vedic mantra. Dakshinam, without giving dakshina to the priest. Shraddha virita, without faith. Shraddha virihitam, without faith. Yagyam, such yagya is in tamasam pariksha. Such yagya is called in the mode of ignorance. So let us read the translation by Srila Prabhupada. Any sacrifice performed without regard for the direction of scriptures, without distribution of prasadam, without chanting of Vedic hymns, and remunerations to the priests, and without faith, is considered to be in the mode of ignorance. Ignorance. And then Krishna takes to the next thing, which is tap. Tap is austerity. And he says, Deva Dvij Guru Pragya Pujanam Shocham Arjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsa Cha Shariram Tapa Uchyate Deva Dvij Guru Pragya Pujanam Shocham Arjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsa Cha Shariram Tapa Uchyate Deva Dvij Guru Pragya Pujanam Shocham Arjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsa Cha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. Now, what is the Shari? Sharir is basically the body. What is the austerity of body? Tap Uchyate. Tap is austerity. Uchyate is said to be. So, what is said to be the austerity of body? And it says the austerity of body is Dev. That is worshipping of the Devtas, the Supreme Lord. Dvij. Dvij is Brahmins. Guru, the spiritual master. Pragya. Pragya means those who are superiors, like father, mother, teachers, right? Dad. Huh? Pujanam, then doing puja to all of them. Shocham. Shocham is cleanliness. Arjavam. Arjavam is simplicity. Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means celibacy. So the body should actually maintain celibacy. Maintain celibacy. It is only after marriage the sex should be performed. No one should. So basically, the austerity of body is sex should not be. One should not indulge into sex before marriage, and it should only be bound with the in the. It should only be performed in the what do you call it, in the relations of marriage only. That is what it is. That is basically the rule as per the Vedas. So brahmacharya ahimsa. Ahimsa is non-violence. That is called the austerity of body. So austerity of body consists in, Mother, repeat.
Austerity of the body consists
In worship of the Supreme Lord,
in worship of the Supreme Lord,
the Brahmins, the spiritual master, and superiors, like the father and mother, in cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy, and non-violence. Right? Now, this is the last shlok for today, which is 15th shlok. Anudvega karam vakyam Satyam priyahitam chayat Swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva Vangmayam tapa uchyate Anudvega karam vakyam Satyam priyahitam chayat Swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva Vangmayam tap uchyate. Now, Vakmayam tap uchyate. Vak means speech. Vak means speech. So, what is the tap, austerity of speech? How should be our speech? What we should, because the tongue does eating and speaking. So now Krishna explains, however, what is the austerity of speech called? It says Anudvega karam vakyam. So basically we should speak with humble. It should be pleasing. Anudveg, without any agitation. Whatever we speak, it should be without vague, without being agitated. It should be very humble and polite. Vakyam. Mridu. Mridu means basically sweet, sweet and humble, so, soft spoken, right? Vakyam. Satyam. It should be truthful. Priyahitam. It should be in the hit. It should be for the good of beneficial to someone. Swadhyaya. We should also use speech for reading the scriptures. Swadhyaya. Reading our scripture. Abhyasena. Cheva. And that is reciting. This is what is called the austerity of speech. So let us read the English translation by Srila Prabhupada. Austerity of speech consists of
Austerity of speech consists of
speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also in regularly reciting Vedic literature. So it's very, very important that what we speak is important. And Krishna very clearly says that we should actually maintain the austerity of our speech. So we should not involve our speech in prajalpa. Prajalpa is basically talking about others. Yes. We should not waste our time doing gossips about other. So what we should do, we should our speech should be, whatever we speak should be soft, good for others, something which is adding value to someone, or it is also inquiring about the health of someone, or something which is of relevance, but not gossiping, talking about irrelevant things, and losing our energy and in that, because if we do that, then we cannot actually move towards progress in the spiritual life. So it's very, very important that we control the. There's a very famous slok by Rup Goswami, and that's the first instruction he gives us. He says, Vacho Vegam, that we have to control the vague of speech. Two people are sitting, they will unnecessarily keep on talking, whether it is relevant or not. And when we are doing that, what is happening? We are actually losing our energy unnecessary. If we have to speak, it should be the Harinam. It should be Harikatha. Our speech should be used for something which is adding value or beneficial. In office, talk about something which we're doing. Yes, asking the basic behaviors of asking each other how you are, but should not use our speech for gossiping and all the wastage, right? So this is what we finished with, the austerity of speech. And with this, we will end today's class. Let us chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. With this, we end the class. Hare Krishna. Thank you.